Jury selection is underway in Hunter Biden's federal gun trial in Delaware. This is one of the two trials the president's son is facing. He's accused of making false statements about his drug use when purchasing a gun in 2018. If found guilty, he could face a prison sentence of up to 25 years. First Lady Jill Biden arrived at the court earlier today to support her stepson. The president was not in attendance this morning, but he released a statement saying he loves his son and is, quote, proud of the man he is today, end quote. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane is following the trial for us. He's outside the courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware. So, Scott, walk us through this plea deal that fell apart in the case and how we got to this trial.
They were this close to cutting a plea deal that would have averted this trial and the spectacle it's about to become, but it fell apart in the courtroom when the federal judge was pushing at some of the weak spots on it. In fact, a lack of clarity or a lack of agreement between the parties about what was included. So here we are on the opening day of this first ever trial of a president's son in a jury selection process that, as the afternoon began, was clearly on a trajectory to consume the entirety of this first day. They have 250 potential jurors. They have to whittle down to a list of 12 with 4 alternates. And the case has been, from the start, one that involves statements or alleged false statements. What did Hunter Biden say or check with his pen when he filled out an application in October 2018 to buy a firearm? According to the Department of Justice, he made false statements when he did not acknowledge he was a user or addict of drugs when he bought the gun, a required question on the paperwork. They've also charged him with a third felony for unlawfully possessing the gun while an addict or user of drugs. And Lindsay, when this trial's arguments begin, the witness list for prosecutors includes Hunter Biden's ex-wife, his brother Beau Biden's widow, with whom Hunter Biden had a romantic relationship, and others who will testify about the very granular and, to a degree, very sad moments of the depths of his drug addiction in October 2018.
So what can we expect from Hunter Biden's defense team? What are they going to argue?
They just have one of their legal legs chopped out from beneath them. Late last night, the judge ruled out one of the 2 expert witnesses they were going to call to talk about addiction and the role trauma plays in producing or creating addiction. So he's got one less witness to call. But from the pre-trial motions, Lindsay, it's quite clear Hunter Biden's going to make an argument through his defense attorneys that it was less than clear he was an addict or a drug user when he was filling out those gun forms, that he was in rehab, that he was recovering, that he wasn't using drugs at that moment. So there was a lack of clarity about whether he considered himself an addict. But maybe that's more of a term of art than of science.
All right, Scott, thank you.